Ukrainian bookstores will no longer be dominated by books imported from Russia. State officials intend to protect the domestic book market from print production of anti-Ukrainian content. The relevant bill has been already adopted by the Line Committee of the Verkhovna Rada. That same Putin propaganda has leaked into the books. When the war in eastern Ukraine had already started, every Ukrainian could freely buy anti-Ukrainian and generally misanthropic nonsense in many bookstores, especially at major book markets, because they spread propaganda about the fact that people should kill each other due to national differences. A law adopted by the Ukrainian parliament will prohibit importation of books with anti-Ukrainian content from the territory of the aggressor state. The first step in this direction has already been made. Back in August 2015, the State Committee for Television and Radio Broadcasting of Ukraine defined a list of literature by Russian authors prohibited for import into the country. 38 publications, including the books of far-right philosopher Alexander Dugin, known for his support of Novorossiya, TV host Sergei Dorenko, writers Eduard Limonov, and advisor to President Vladimir Putin, economist Sergei Glaziev. This is a vivid example that such literature had entered Ukrainian bookstores and markets till then. For example, there was the scandalous situations where books written by Russian fascists Dugin and Limonov that urged fighting with Ukraine and killing Ukrainian people were publicly exhibited in the bookstores. Therefore, it is high time to regulate this situation. It should be noted that this does not constitute a complete ban of import of Russian books, but only a restriction of access of foreign printed materials deemed propaganda to the Ukrainian market. The law does not ban import of the scientific, natural, artistic and classical literature, nor does it restrict printing books in the Russian language on the territory of Ukraine. This is absurd because the law absolutely does not apply to this issue. We have a lot of publishers that issue books in Russian, and this law absolutely does not apply to them. Books printed in Russian and Ukrainian, as well as any other languages, can be issued in Ukraine, and the law does not apply to books brought in by person in his or her luggage, regardless of the quantity. A person can easily carry 10 books. From now on, foreign literature will be translated by Ukrainian publishers, the same system used to introduce Ukrainian language dubbing of movies and films. The book market in Ukraine will be updated according to the same principle, said Vyacheslav Kirilenko. It often seems that any such initiative has political overtones, but really this is the development of the market and industry. It first applied to dubbing, now to radio, the film industry and television. It now applies to the book market. Taken all together, this is called decolonization, so long awaited by the Ukrainian people. Until the Ukrainian people saw in 2014 that a brother who called himself a brother was not a brother but an enemy, at least for today. According to this law, the government instructed the State Committee of Television and Radio Broadcasting to develop a set of regulations concerning procedures for granting permission for the import of Russian literature in Ukraine.
Ця система передбачатиме протягом 10 днів або отримання дозволу, або обґрунтовану відмову.
This system will provide permission or reasonable refusal in 10 days. Those lacking permission will not be able to cross the customs border at all, and therefore only politically neutral literature will be brought from Russia.
В політичному сенсі нейтральна література.
The next step is the creation of an expert council which will decide to whom and under what conditions to give such permission.
Якщо з усього світу в Україну література може ввозитися вільно,
if the world's literature can be imported freely from around the world, then a special expert commission set up in the government institutions will check the contents of books from Russia, and in case of detection of the hybrid elements of war, this literature will not be allowed to import.
Така література не буде допускатися до ввезення.
Цей закон тимчасовий.
This law is temporary. It was not adopted because we live a good life. This is our response to the information war waged by the Russian Federation. Once Russia returns the Crimea to Ukraine and leave Donbass, the need for such a law is likely to disappear. But until that time, while they are seeking to drive Ukrainians to their knees through military and information methods, the law will be consistently implemented. Even now, it is possible to expect that the number of Russian books will decrease in the Ukrainian market, despite the fact that the law prohibits only propaganda literature. However, the introduction of complicated bureaucratic procedures for obtaining permission will obviously complicate the life of importers who bring in books from Russia. Therefore, some Ukrainian publishers still hope that it will potentially free up the market for books published in Ukraine.